Welcome back to Rocket Recap. Let's talk about Rocket League. So another week of ups and downs. You mix the good with the bad. A lot of good news, but let's just get into it. So starting out, Sonics announced full cross-platform parties. That's going to be going live February 19th. So now you'll be able to make parties and have friends with people from different consoles. If you're on PlayStation, Xbox, Steam, whatever you play on, no matter what you're playing on, you can play together. Next up, Patchy's back. So, more good news. Patchy, I guess he took a couple weeks off. He decided to come back, give it one more run for RLRS. He's teaming up with Killer No 7. So, he said he wouldn't have felt right if he didn't try at least one more time. So, maybe if he does well, we can see him again. Maybe it's up in the air. So, hey, welcome back. You weren't gone for long, but it's nice to have you back. Good luck. Let's see how he does. Let's see how you do. So, another pro actually also retired. This seems like it happens every other week, maybe every week. But this time, the retirement bug bit Joro. Joro used to be with Rogue, and as you know, Rogue dropped everybody, picked up Kronovi, AJ, and Wonder. So Joro, Jacob, and Sis, they didn't have a team anymore, so I guess Joro's just calling it quits. They still had a spot in RLRS, but I guess they're going to forfeit that spot now. We'll have to see what happens. Maybe Jacob can join up with Patchy and Killer No. Hey, it could work out. Who knows? But we're sorry to see Joro go. He said he's going dark. He's getting off. Like, he's not going to be playing Rocket League. But not only that, he's going dark on social media. Like, he said in a couple days he's not going to be on Twitter anymore, Facebook. So I don't know. We wish the best for him. You know, he's just going through a different time in his life. There have been a couple other times where he quit for a few weeks at a time that were not his decision, but he says that this time it is his decision, so maybe it's for good. Not really sure. He had a post on TwitLonger, not giving a whole lot of insight, but just saying that he's retiring, so, you know, we hope the best for him. Alright, so there's another new org in Rocket League. Velos Esports. They also have Gran Turismo team, so I guess they have driving esports. Hey, Rocket League is a driving sport. It's not racing, but yeah, it's driving. I said it right. Driving. It's a driving game. But they picked up Melon Squad, which used to be Secret. So they used to be Secret, then they were X-Secret, then they were Melon Squad, now they're Velos Esports. So congratulations to them. So Velos, that's Freaky, Flame, and Nilskek. Not Nileskek? Nileskek. He knows who he is. We all know who he is. He knows who he is. That's Velos Esports now. Congratulations to those guys. And on that note, there's another. This isn't an esport, but these are three guys that are teaming up to form a team. We lost one food and we're picking up another. We lost melons, but we're picking up egg. So egg is Rodiz, Ty Not Tyler, and Hato. Rodiz, we all know Rodiz is a great player. Ty Not Tyler was with Allegiance, and we all know Allegiance closed down at the beginning of this year. So he was looking for a team, so he teamed up with Rodiz and Hato. I haven't heard too much about Hato, but Hato. But let's see how they work out together. I'm excited to see them play. more Rocket League expansion news. Like, this just needs to be a recurring series. Just Rocket League expansion, because it's getting bigger and bigger. So Psyonix is teaming up with E League, and they signed a TV deal with TBS. So the next E League is going to be broadcast on TBS. They're also going to have behind the scenes. So TBS is going to broadcast all of E League. That's going to be coming up. And they're also going to have behind the scenes and interviews with the players. So that's going to be a good thing to look forward to. Guys, Rocket League's going to be on TV. Like, that's crazy. I mean, it's been on TV before, but it's going to be on TV again. Come on. How can you not be excited about that? It's only getting bigger, guys. Listen to me. I mean, you are listening to me because you're watching this video. Unless you're not listening to me, then I'm just talking to myself. Speaking of profiles, there's another profile on Rocket Esports. This time they did JNaps from... I don't have to tell you where JNaps is from. You know who JNaps is. But that's on Rocket Esports. Also, there's a longer write-up about Cookseer. This one is on Octane.gg, so that one's not Rocket League Esports. This is different. It's longer, but it goes through his whole backstory. You know, where he came from, Italy, but it's more than that. You know, he used to play Tekken. That's where he honed all his reflexes. So if you think, hey, I can't beat him in Rocket League, maybe I can beat him in Tekken. I mean, you probably can't, but hey, challenge him. But that's on Octane.gg. That's a good one. So if you want to learn about those guys, you can go there, or just watch TBS. I'm not sure when that's going to be. I'll keep you updated on that. E-League, when that's coming up. So we'll know when that's coming, and we'll be able to watch that. And if you needed any more evidence that Rocket League is just getting more recognition than anyone probably ever thought, Turbo Pulsar. We all know Turbo Pulsar because we watch Rocket League. Turbo Pulsar, 3-time champion, Dignitas. Turbo Pulsar. Turbo Pulsar was named the top 30. Well, I didn't see what number he was, but one of the top 30 under 30 by Forbes Europe. That's a big deal. Turbo Pulsar, like Rocket League, that's kind of awesome. That's kind of awesome. Congratulations to him. Go to his Twitter and congratulate him. That's a really big deal. Who doesn't want to be able to say they made the Forbes list? It's usually for money, but whatever. This is 30 under 30. People like that list too. People want to be on that list. And he is, so congratulations. But guys, this past weekend, we've got to talk about the Renegade EU Cup that just went down. This tournament was hype. Alright, so it was only a best of 3 for most of the tournament until it got to the winners finals and the losers final. So these teams, you had to adapt quick because you didn't have 5 and 7 games to figure it out. If you lost 2 games in a row, you were going to the losers bracket, and there wasn't anything you could do about it. So teams had to adjust real quick, and some of them couldn't do it. There were a lot of sweeps, which, is understandable. You only get 2 shots, 3 shots. 2 shots at it. If you lose 2 in a row, you're done. Or you go, I'm moving on. And so, these teams, this was Europe. Guys, please, I don't know where you are, but don't sleep on Europe. Like, we all see, it's usually Turbo Pulsar. Turbo Pulsar is usually on Twitter talking about how good EU is. And, man, I'm kind of starting to see it. Like, these teams, like, their defense was just so on point. Like, and it's not like the other teams weren't getting good shots, because you'd have to be getting good shots for the other team to be playing good defense. I mean, besides just rotating, when you say defense, it's implied, blocking shots, challenges are kind of, that's defense, but, it implies blocking shots. And just these these European teams, these guys they're just on another level. I don't know. Like, these aren't ROCS teams. I mean, Devo's a part of Savage. Devo has an ROCS championship, so they're not far from it. But a lot of these guys have never seen the ROCS stage. But man, a lot of them are pretty close. Like, so speaking of Devo's a part of Savage with Bluey and Alpha, and so Devo having an ROCS championship, they're expected to do good. I don't know if they were expected to do this good. They made it to the winners finals, and they had only lost one game the entire tournament. One game. They played 4 different matches and had only lost one game. I mean, it's only best out of 3, so you only have to win 2. But still, to only lose one game, they were doing pretty well. So they made it to the winners finals, where they played ARG. ARG is Clay X, Marked by 8, and GCR 710. And man, this game was crazy. This was just the epitome of the defense that I was talking about. Like, Clay X was just all over the net, like clearing the backboard, blocking shots. Like, these two teams were going at it defensively. Like, I've never seen teams go at it defensively. This was, guys, don't sleep on EU. This was crazy, but they were going up against Savage. It was ARG versus Savage in the winners finals. And like I said, they only lost one game, and this wasn't one of them. They won all 3 of those games, because the winners finals was the best of 5, so they had to win 3 games. They won all 3 of those, swept. So ARG goes down to the losers final, where they play MCon. Another team with, okay, so Though and Justice, again, both of them, like, two defensive powerhouses. They were going at it defensively. I don't know how. I've never seen it before. This was just the weirdest Rocket League to watch, but it was so great. So MCon is Zoe, Justice, and Mike Boy, and they couldn't do it. They lost to ARG 3-1. So they came out. All 3 of these teams only lost to each other. All 3 of these teams, Savage, ARG, and MCon, the only team that they lost to were each other. They were all just demolishing everybody else. So MCon goes undefeated until they play ARG. ARG knocks them down. ARG goes undefeated until they play Savage. Savage knocks them down. So those 2 are in the losers final. They have to go against each other. ARG beats MCon. Great games. They're on Twitch. Go watch them. Rocket League is hard. Is a hard game to get good at by watching. It does help. But if you're watching Squishy do like flip resets and air dribbles and ceiling shots and, tornado flicks and all this other, like, that stuff is useful for sure. It's useful, but I feel like watching these European players, you might get better watching them than you would because that's more mechanical. Stuff like that, you just have to practice. But these guys, just knowing where on the field you need to be and being in the right position, boost management, like these guys they're good. They play a different kind of game. So don't sleep on the EU. That's why EU has won the last 4 RLCS championships, besides the last one, the 4 previous ones. They play a different game. It looks different. It's crazy. It's great though. I love it. So now it's Savage and ARG in the finals. And you wish it could be a different story. Well, depending on who you are. But wow. Savage swept them 4-0. Swept ARG. Savage, the whole tournament, only lost 1 game, including the finals. Best of 7 in the finals. Savage. That name fits him. That name really does fit him. Devo, Bluey, and Alpha, they they were just untouchable. Like, defensively, offensive, passing, like, just all parts of the field, all parts of the game. They were just on it. And it showed. 1 game the entire tournament is all they lost. You got it. That's scary. You got to respect that. Good job, guys. Really good job. So that was the EU Renegade Cup. The NA Renegade Cup is going to be on the 22nd of this month, the 22nd through the 24th. So those were the EU finals. The NA finals are going to be coming up, not this weekend, next weekend. So we'll be seeing some RLCS and some RLRS teams there at the North American Renegade Cup weekend after next. Well, next weekend. Because this weekend is DreamHack Leipzig. It's here, guys. Get ready. This is the land right here. This is a big one. DreamHack is where champions are made. Some guys, what are their names? What do they go by? Cloud Cloud9? C9? Cloud9? Yeah, those guys? Yeah. They made their debut, well, they're coming out at DreamHack Atlanta as the Muffin Men. So, DreamHack is where champions are born. DreamHack is going to be this weekend. So, we've got all the big teams there. Get ready for it. We got Bread, Ghost, Dignitas, Cloud9, NRG, TSM, Splice, G2, guys. And Savage is going to be here. So, Savage just coming off these savaging of the tournament that they just did. So they're going to be at DreamHack. We got PSG, Triple Commit, Renault Vitality, Complexity, Evil Geniuses. Guys, this is the kind of stuff you live for. This is a big one. This is a major. This is LAN. This is Leipzig. This is Rocket League. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be so aggressive. But this is it. So, get ready, get your popcorn, get your butter, get your controller, not at the same time, because you don't, man, don't even get me started. But let's do it. Rocket League this weekend. All right, guys. Have a good one. Go out and play some Rocket League.